Hello, it's really good to see you here today. I'm really glad you've joined me for what's going to be the power band workout. So the bands I've got, as I always say, a really good piece of equipment to have with you, so you can take them anywhere. I'm going to be using 3 different types of bands. I'm going to be using the webbing band. That's quite a comfortable band. It's also a hard work band. I'm going to be using the short band and of course my longer band as well. So if you've got those, just grab them, put them down there. And also you're going to need a mat, so we'll be getting on the mat later, and a bottle of water. Take water whenever you want to. It is going to be 6 minutes on each round. What you'll notice is on one exercise you're going to be doing 2 minutes and then 1 on the other, and then we do that twice through and it's a 6 minutes. So it's a good chunk of work on each. Okay, so you've got those, you get ready to go. Just come with me and we're going to start that warm up in 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, here we go. Step touch and pull back. Lovely, good. And then reach it up, feel those rib cage down and in. Pull back again for me. Get that reach out, but the shoulders back and down. Lovely, good. Then the lift up and the squeeze down into the waist each time. Lovely. I'm just going to open out the arms here, just open out the chest. Just walking through the feet, just lifting that heel off the floor. Lovely, good. Open out those ankles. Good work. Now go extend that to up and over, reach. Then it's going in, that little stretch between the shoulder blades, but don't roll over. Ready for a step leg curl? Here we go. Step leg curl. Good, get me that squeeze on the hamstrings. Stretching out at the front, bringing those arms across, nice and strong. Feel that little work in the pecs, going across the chest. Going to double it up. Here we go, double. Lovely. Up. Good work. 4 more doubles. I'm going to take a little walk forward here. Just dropping it down, bring it up. Feel that work through the front of the thighs now. That's it, just dropping it each time, feel that work. I'm going to go wide with that leg as well. Wide, drop down from the middle, into that wide squat position. Going to go out with the other leg. I just changed this. I get ready to use the other leg. 2 more, I'm still working for you. Forward, drop it down. Get that drop, get that feeling through the thighs. You have 4 more. 2 more. I'm going to do that little bend forward. Drop it down to tabletop. Come up. Drop it down. Pushing those hips back so you've got that room to tip from the hip. Lovely, lovely. Let's go all the way. So down to the tabletop. Then pushing down, back up to tabletop, coming up. 1 more, dropping down, tabletop, push it down, coming up. I'm going to stay here, little runner. Lovely, on the other leg, just plant that front leg. Good, pushing it forward. And then I go into a squat. Just reminding myself, sitting back on my heels, using my glutes to the top. I'm going to do a squat, opposite knee to elbow. Squat, squeeze it in. Remember your midline, I'm not trying to put the 2 things together. I'm just squeezing them both in. 2 more. And well done. Still out and in quickly. And then with a punch up. Just getting those pecs, those arms ready. They're working for me as well today. And then just a little punch out. Feel that core already pulled in. And good work. Just give it a little shake off. Okay, my first one. I'm going to use the long band. It's going to go underneath my feet. So I'm just standing on it here in the middle. And I'm just going to cross it over. So remember, don't let it take you forward when you go down. I'm going to go down, pull back up and bring my elbows back, so it's an upright row. Are we ready? We're going to be doing this first exercise one time through, and then I'm going to change the bands, and then we'll keep the bands on those legs. Okay, here we go. I've got my squat, my band's always tight. Pull it back. That's it, lovely. If you feel you haven't got enough, put some more on the end. But it's about that top back. Being able to stay straight as you go down, pushing your bottom out in that classic squat position, and then as I come back up, my elbows disappearing behind my waist. Go work, 15 left. So here it looks like from the front. See that extra action? Just getting those elbows behind you each time. Oh, that's it, good. 3, 2, 1. Good work. I'm going to come over and put my small band just around my ankles. So, if you need to sit down to do this, do, or hold on to something, just so you get that good positioning. I'm here, over my front leg, core pulled in, I've got my fingers on my hips there, and it's definitely a straight leg lift out. Okay, are we ready? Just get ready to go, core pulled in, shoulders back and down. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Get me that lift. Good, so the work is really building up on my front leg, on that glute. I'm just looking straight forward. Well done. So from the front, here we go. Just do that lift, straight back. Just fingertips over my trans abs, so I know they're working for me. That glute now is really feeling it on the front leg, because that's where my weight is. Just slightly bent on that leg, and getting that leg lift at the back each time. Then we're just going to swap it over to the other side. 3, 2, 1. Lovely. Onto the other side. So I get ready. I really extend that leg up out of my hip. My core pulled in. My fingertips on. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Just getting me that lift each time. Good work. So I've gone for a medium on this lift. So I want to get that bit of movement. Usually these bands come in from extra light, light, medium, heavy, extra heavy. That's it, good. And get me that lift. Keep that good positioning all the time to really get those legs working for you. Last little bit now. Get me that lift. 3, 2, 1. I can keep those bands there, because all I'm doing is I'm stepping in to my longer band. So I've stepped right onto it. I've crossed them over each other. And here I go, into my squat. Nice straight back. Pull up and squeeze back. To really use that upper back. Get that squeeze back each time. Elbows go right behind your waist. Remember that, elbows right behind. Up, make each one strong. We're only doing this 2 times through on this session. Squeeze it back. Elbows right behind. You're strong in that position, almost like you're pushing your hips forward. Can you feel that? 3, 2, 1. Lovely. Should feel that hard work. I'm over on my front leg. And this time my top half is just stabilised there. I'm trying to keep my weight over my front leg. Hamstring and glutes, get that lift. Good work, keep that knee straight. And I'm just leaning forward, just looking forward. My fingertips on my trans abs, hip to hip, and they are tight. Because they are looking after my lower back. And then I'm getting that nice definition onto my glute, into my lower back. into the spine there, making it nice and strong. Good work. Get me that lift. Last few seconds. 3, 2, 1. Are we ready? Other side. So just forward on that leg. Lovely. Got my positioning. I'm fairly flexible on that with that bent knee. Tipping over and get me that lift. Get me that lift each time. Bending that front leg. Keeping it nice and straight. Try not to let that knee bend. It does want to as you get more tired. Just try and get that lift, but it's a long leg lift. And really working that front glute by keeping the weight over there. Last little bit now. 3, 2, 1. Good work. Well done. Stepping out of that band. I'm going to now be using it on my arms instead. Okay, we are moving on to my next one, which is going to be a lunge. This is going to be a 2-minute one this time. Behind, just underneath my armpits there on that. Now on this one, as I lunge and let go of it here, coming up out of that lunge and then down into the lunge and then up and out. But again, my shoulder blades stay back and down. Do not lean forward when you do it. Okay, here we're ready to go. Last few seconds. Just get into that position. I drop first, arms in close. Drop first, come up and push away. Can you see where I'm just pushing away, but I'm keeping my shoulder blades back down and in. So my pecs have to work on this. And I'm making the most of my lunge by getting low. My shoulders over my hips, so exactly the same things as I'll be doing each time. My arms get a double go at this because all I'm doing halfway through is changing legs. You've got 20 seconds left on this leg. Good. Make each one a good one. Remember, we don't have to rush this. Get that resistance on. Take it right to the very end each time that you feel that you can do. Pushing out. Lovely. Not leaning forward though. 3, 2, 1. Then onto my other leg. Step on my toe. I know my weight's going to be in the middle. I drop first. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. On the other leg. Pushing it out for me now. Think about those shoulder blades. Back down and in. Each time. And push. That's it. Good. Lovely. Get the most out of each movement by dropping down and then pushing out. That's it. We can do this. Dropping down and pushing out. And it pushes away from me each time. We have got now 9 seconds left before I pick up that small band and I work out my triceps. 3, 2, 1. Good work. Here, my thumbs just forward. Notice that my elbows and my shoulders same height. Okay, from here I do a straight kick out. Now keep the fingers really nice and wide. It will build up tension on the outsides of your arms as well. I want to keep that band really strong, really tight there. So I'm fighting against the band and then I'm fighting against gravity to get my elbows up. My palms are facing in all the time. Lovely. Sitting back on it. Weights on my heels. I do almost lift my toes off the floor. Knees are slightly bent. Elbows are shoulder height. So remember all those good positioning marks. Just kicking it out. 3, 2, 1. Good work. And back to that long band. This one is my first one that's got the 2 minutes of work. I'm going back with that beginning leg. Here, I drop down, I push out. Lovely. And then realise how much band you need to get a really good, strong push out and away. I'm still straightening those elbows on this one as well. Just straighten those elbows. Pull those shoulder blades back down and in. Drop right through that lunge. but keep it in the middle. And again, don't travel forward with the band. I want it nice, up and down through the middle, and get that push. Lovely, I'm coming down to single figures. My pecs getting a good workout on this as well. My shoulders getting a good workout by pulling down my body each time. 3, 2, 1. Good work. All I'm doing here is I'm just swapping over my legs. Just wiggle it back so I know when I drop, I'm going to drop right through the middle. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Drop down, push out. Pushing it out, pulling those shoulder blades back and down. Three, 2, 1. Are we ready for this tricep kickback? Really good one here, as long as you keep that really nice positioning, which is sitting back on my heels, my knees bent, my thumbs on my lower back, there, and then up. And my fingers out wide, you can see there. I'm fighting against that band on its width, and then getting the lift as well to really work those triceps. Pushing it back. Just about to finish your second lot before we go into our third one. Keep up that concentration. Nice straight back out of your hips. 3, 2, 1. Oh, shake those triceps. Lovely, we're going onto the floor now. I'm still using a long band. And this one, I'm going to lie onto my back and do a sit-up. Now, I've shown sit-ups before, but those of you who don't know it, with a band, it's like a swimming cap behind your head, and then it's long. And now you have to really concentrate on letting your head rest in that band. So you have to really try and not let the neck take over. Okay, so we're going to do a sit-up. Again, it's why I'm going to work my triceps, because the weight of my head is in that band. Okay, so if you've got that band nice and wide, so you know your neck is going to relax, the weight of your head is in your arms are always bent, you don't pull yourself up, you just guide that head up all the time. So those triceps will work because they're a bent arm, but with that weight of that head in your arms. Okay, here I am, ready to go. And I do that sit-up. Good, so it's a rock forward through my abs. As I go down, my ribcage does not flare out. My head does not hit the floor. I'm concentrating on my shoulder blades coming off the floor, getting as high as I can on that sit-up without doing a full roll through. Really working those long abs. Feel it on your triceps. I do now with weight of my head. And squeeze. Good work. 3, 2, 1. From here I just go onto my side, into a side bridge with the small band underneath my hand. Check I'm straight. Lovely, I'm coming up and I'm pulling up. So again, this can be side on, straight on, whichever one you want to. If you feel that you can't keep your band, your bridge up, keep it low, but otherwise work that underneath. Arm's still a little bit tired from before, but I'm lifting up with that other arm. Good work. 20 seconds left. fighting against that band, keeping your bridge up the whole time, and I'm in a long straight line. My hips are forward. Don't roll back. 7, 3, 2, 1. Oh, tougher than it looks, I think, on that one. You're doing good. Round to the other side. Getting ready to go. Up, and give me that pull up. Lovely, good. Whichever's comfortable for you, feel which one is good for you. But getting that elbow up, so at some point that weight is coming down through my other shoulder, and I'm keeping steady on my bridge the whole time. So I'm just getting that work through my shoulder, through my arm there, but also this other arm having to work for me as well. Good, keep me in that good positioning. Core pulled in, knees, hips, shoulders all stacked. Not only in that straight line, but in line with each other. Good work, last few seconds. 3, 2, 1. And here, I'm going back to my sit-up. So nice and wide behind the head, so you know you've got enough for your head to rest while your neck is doing that rest. Okay, and then I sit up. Lovely, good. So the weight of my head in my arms. So really think about what your long abs are doing. They're rocking you forward, but really keep that back of your neck relaxed. Remember the weight of the head, so there's no strain. And as I go down, my ribcage stays down. Bands stay tight the whole time. My weight's being pulled up. I can feel it in the top backs of my arms now. 3, 2, 1. And good work. Onto that side bridge. Make sure you're stacked all the way through. And here we go. Up and give me that lift. Good, so elbow and shoulder are in line here. And give me that squeeze up. There's work to be done on all parts of here. Your upper, your lowers keeping you up. If you've chosen to stay in that half bridge there, work on the lower arm, work on the upper arm, work through my core each time. Good job. And up. Last few seconds. 3, 2, 1. And well done. Over onto the other side. And here we go. That pull up, then keep on checking your bridge. You haven't rocked back or pushed your bottom out. Lovely, good. 15 seconds to go now before we move on. Three, 2, 1. Good work, well done. Just take a little water break here. Remember, take water whenever you want to. And I'm going to stay on the floor using my long band. On this one, 1 minute on my first, 2 minutes on my second. This band goes around your ankles. Then this band goes around your feet. Now I'm going to do a long roll up on this, all the way up, and then an upright row. So the band guides me down, but remember to use your core. As you come up, that's it, you can cross them over, and then get the upright row like we did in that first one, but this time I'm sitting right on my bottom bones. I'm still getting my elbows behind. Then you can go down, crossed or uncrossed with those bands, come up, squeeze it back. Are we ready to go? Small round around my ankles, going to use it next. It has nothing to do with first exercise. First exercise, feet just in line with your hips. Okay, here we go, the roll down. If you really need to use that band for a little bit of guidance too, but really feel that you get that roll. Sit on your bottom bones to get that pull back. And squeeze back. Lovely, coming up. And give me that squeeze. Squeeze it back, really sit on your bottom bones. 3, 2, 1, and go work. Just let that band go down onto your side. All the way down, I get that lift. I squeeze on my inside thigh, my obliques, down and down. So there's work here, resistance. Squeeze the inside thigh, resistance again, and come down. Make sure your hips stay to the front. Your zip and hollow stays on. Lovely. Give me that lift. Give me that squeeze. Down and down. And good work. Well done. Up and over. Lift, squeeze. Up, give me that squeeze. Really keep that work up on that outside thigh, inside thigh, and down. Getting that resistance on the way up, and as the other leg goes down, I'm really using the outsides of that thigh each time. And good work. From here, I'm going to do that roll up, underneath my instep, hands crossed over or left flat, up to you. So let's roll down first. Here I go, get me that little roll down. Don't let that head go back. Right, sit right on your bottom bones, and then get me the squeeze back. Well done. That roll up and down. I'm really keeping my core pulled in all the time to help me with that roll through. 3, 2, 1. Good work. Bringing that off onto my side. Long and straight all the way through. Core definitely pulled in. My hips to the front all the time. Give me that lift, give me that squeeze. Down and down. Up, lift, down, down. So I'm really trying to come to the end of that band. Really keep the resistance on here. You'll really work the outside of that leg, inside of the leg to come up. My obliques as they're both up and then down, working that top leg again. So top leg gets 2 lots of work on that resistance. On the up, and when the other leg goes down, to keep it stable there. Lovely, last few seconds. 3, 2, 1. Up and over. About to finish off this next circuit with this last exercise before I move on. We're up, squeeze, down and down. Especially when you get your both legs there, make sure that your hips haven't tipped back. Up. Work those legs. Up, up. Three, two, one. Good work. This time I am coming up and I'm going to be using that long band first again. And I'm coming over onto my knees here. You can stand up to do this one, but I've got my band up. Can you see that I'm holding that other one here so I keep the resistance? It's going to be about my triceps. I'm going to be pushing out all the way up with that arm with my straight wrist, all the way down with my other arm with a straight wrist. So those triceps are working for you all the time. Just a little bit harder in that top one because we're going up against gravity. So keep with a good resistance. Don't let that band go floppy as it comes down and in. I'm really working those triceps. Now think about your abs being pulled in all the time. That elbow stays close to my head, and with every tricep I do, it's about straightening off those arms through my elbow. On my lower one and my top one, I'm not letting my wrist go back. I keep it facing towards the ceiling or facing towards the floor. Last few seconds before I change it over. 3, 2, 1. Good work. I change it over. I get the resistance on the band. Both arms are bent to begin with. My core is definitely pulled in through the front there. Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Really work it. See my tricep there working to get that elbow really straight. And that wrist. Bring it down, bring it up. All the way down, all the way up. Keep that resistance on the band. Go heavy first of all, and if you need to, then relax it a little bit more at the end. Just let off a little bit more of that band. Otherwise, go with it. Good. Pushing up, pushing down. Now we're doing up and down. 3, 2, 1. Good work. On my next one, get a little bit like my tricep kick back. It's about keeping resistance on this band and my arms are up. My knees are out but my toes are together here. So on this one, I drop down, I squeeze back up. Now you have to really squeeze your glutes to get up here. My arms stay in exactly the same position all the time. That little tension against the bands. Lovely, really working those hands. A little bit on the forearm here as well. Keep that long arm up and then squeeze. Pull those shoulder blades down. Great for your positioning, this one. Working those glutes. Push yourself off. 3, 2, 1. Good work. I'm starting again on my triceps, exactly where I was before. Just my knees back now together again underneath me. My core pulled in, my ribcage down and in. Here we go. Lovely. Oh, this second set feels a lot harder. My arms are now tired. We've worked all the way through. We'll be working that whole 6 minutes. Good work. Pushing down, pushing up. Extending. Keeping those wrists straight, remember, each time. Get that fist towards the ceiling. Lovely. If it helps, your last circuit, which is the next one on, is mainly about core and legs. 3, 2, 1. Changing it over. Working that band hard, even if you have to be at first and then just a little bit off. 3, 2, 1. All the way down, all the way up. Get to the end of that movement each time to really work those triceps. Can we feel that in the triceps? Definitely can. Up and down. Don't let that elbow slack off by coming to the side. Keep it near your head so that band is just rubbing the back of your head. Here we go. We're down into single figures now. 9. That's it, good. Carry it down with me. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Whoa. Good work. Getting that band. Knees are out. And then my feet are together at the back. Arms up. Here we go. Get me that drop down. That squeeze up through the glutes. My core's pulled in. Those bands, there's tension on that band the whole time. Lovely. I've put those out. And again, using my fingers out wide. Really works those forearms for you. That's it. Remember thinking forearm, forearm, strength. Bring strength in through the elbow. Then you get that shoulder strength. So again, any racket sports, especially on the tennis, you have that really strong through, round the elbow. 3, 2, 1, making all those shots. Good work, well done. This is where I'm going to move on. You can use a lighter band if you want to, but I'm going to come and use this bigger band here. Goes over my feet, through. It's a much tougher band. They are really good though because they don't tend to roll or anything. You can really keep that strength going. Okay, so I know I'm not going to do too much of an oyster with this one, but I am going to do an oyster. My core still, keeping my hips to the front, and then I'm going to give you the option whether you want to come on to your elbow and knee in a bridge or just keep the oyster like this. Remember, toe down, heel up, my hips to the front, so get that position right first. My elbow and my shoulder in line, and then get that squeeze up on that outside of that thigh and that glute. My core helping me to keep straight the whole time. Lovely, good. If you want to do that in an oyster, it's here. Now I can feel weight going through my shoulder as well. I'm not up so high that I've done any twist. I'm still facing straight forward. I've got 15 seconds left. It's tough. I am doing one on each side. Three, 2, 1. Lovely. Over to the other side. Into my half bridge shape with my knees at the front. Not right at the front, not down underneath, somewhere in between. And I do my oyster. And I get that leg lift. That's it. Really building up that strength on the outside of the thigh, on the glute now. Push it out. That's it, good. Keeping that other shoulder strong. Here we are in a bridge, if you want to do the bridge one. More strength through that lower arm now. And my underside also working for me. 3, 2, 1. Lovely. On my 1 minute of work, I'm coming over onto my bear stance. Okay, that band is already working for me here. Tuck your toes under. Come up. Little squeeze out with both. Go down. Up. Do you remember that bear? I'm not changing the angle of my back at all. It's flat the whole way through. And as I come up, that push out. So those outsides of thighs and glutes are really having to work hard for me on this last one. Lovely, good. 20 seconds left. Up and out. Good work. Give me that squeeze. 3, 2, 1. Lovely. I'm on to my first side again. My last 3 minutes of work. I'm really good on this. It's tough. I'm here. My hips on the floor if you want it to be. And my oyster. With that open and close. Again, that outside strength is really giving strength to my knee. So again, all those other activities that requires you pulling force through your knee, it'll be nice and secure. I've really worked up that glute strength as well. So again, running, cycling, swimming, we're using it all. Give me that lift. Okay, if you want to be up, that choice is yours. And push. And again, so these thick fabric bands, they're a tough workout. Lovely. Over and over, the other side. Are we ready to go? 2 more minutes of work. This and the bear. So that oyster, just nice and open and close. And I am trying to get it to the end. Don't just sort of go, oh, a little one there. Do work it out strong. Even if you do less of them, that's it. You don't want it to be rushed. Just give me that lift. And that lift each time. Good. And up. And that squeeze. Good work. That sip and hollow on to the front the whole time. We're almost there. Coming down into single figures. Keep it strong. Again, you can experiment with coming up into that bridge and working that under shoulder. 3, 2, 1. Lovely, good. Over to your fronts, into that bear. Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Up, squeeze, and then down. Up, squeeze, and then down. Lovely. Feel that core work for you as well. Front of thighs also working on this by the time I've got myself up, and then the out as well. Really feeling it now on my glutes, on my outside thigh. But then again, you want to be strong on that, getting that leg out each time. Squeezing on those glutes. 15 seconds left now. Remember your zip and hollow. So where you are pushing up through, that work is circular all the way around your body on those core muscles, front and back. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. And good work. Well done. Lovely. We are coming onto our backs. I'm just going to put something a little bit slower. We're coming off that timer though. Coming onto your backs, and you're going to continue that long band to get the stretch out. Okay, here we go. Long band, stretch out. Just put something on a little bit slower for us. And we've got it going on. There. So, taking that band off. That long band stretch out. And also with these bands, it's good to go with a heavier band, even if you have to let some of the tension off on it. Don't be frightened of using a heavier band. I'm pulling it in, let's get more of a relax on that back of my leg. Okay, relax it off, and then coming up, long leg. Good work, well done. Coming over onto that glute stretch. Keeping that knee nice and open and the foot flexed, remember? So you're getting a stretch out on that glute as you pull that other leg in. I am then trying to get my crossed over leg nearer my chest, which gives that nice stretch out. I've left the leg out and open, which makes that glute muscles stretch even further. Lovely. Are we ready to change over onto the other leg? Flex on that foot to keep that knee open. Come through, holding on to that, and then slowly start to bring it forward. You can lift that back leg if you feel that helps. Otherwise you can keep it bent, pushing on that crossed over leg to bring my crossed over leg nearer my chest. Lovely. Good. As I come down, I'm going to come onto my side and I'm going to do a front of thigh stretch. Just here, knees down, zip and tip those hips forward. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to roll over onto the other side, holding onto that foot by the laces if you can, not by the toe. Dropping that knee down and then doing a zip and tip, so I'm pushing that hip bone forward. This is a great one because it doesn't need any support from your legs. You just lie down and you can concentrate on that stretch. Lovely. Are we ready for our downward dog? We're coming up, we're coming over to our fronts, and then we're going to push up through our arms. Here we go. Walking those hands back and reaching up. Give me that big body stretch all the way through. Getting those heels close to the floor. You can walk it through if you feel that helps. And then pushing them both down. Walking those hands back all the way. Bend your knees slightly. I'm coming up to the top. I'm going to get that little roll around. Okay, then just that little open out. 4, 3, 2, 1. This time when I dip forward, I'm going to go straight down into that stretch out between my shoulder blades. You've done a lot of work for me on those first few. Lovely, good. And then I come up, one and the other, back into the middle, big breath in, and then just let it go. Very well done. Shake it out. I hope you enjoyed that. I enjoyed teaching it to you. Leave any comments that you want to. Leave any likes that you want to. And do get those bands if you haven't got any bands yet, because they are a great piece of equipment. And I will see you next time. Bye-bye for now.